complimentary to brothers.
All right.
There's some amazing
Let's see
things
what we
in
can
the
do.
underworld post game, and I'm gonna break it down and explain their downfall. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe, bang that bell, all that good stuff. Sit back.
What the fuck, man?
I have never used an online dating service.
That's the first video. Today's topic: Sergeant divorces wife after discovering wife was an escort. So, a New York City spine surgeon, Dr. Han Jo Kim, divorces former Miss Connecticut Regina Turner, claims she's been escorted. Kim says he first discovered this when scrolling through iMessage and found the text between Regina and a man regarding sexual favors in December of 2020. The doctor claimed to have learned of his wife's double life after they separated, becoming aware that she has been exchanging sexual services for receipts of money.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
This is what I'm learning to cultivate, a shot. You can see Rita, and what it can do is literally, as a shot does, launch itself around the corner.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. A give to Elliott running left. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he's going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Rodgers now to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. You hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league They take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Dillon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he is out of bounds as they start up past the 30.
Without actually getting the negative.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up.
Touchdown! Amari Cooper, 69 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dorrance Armstrong. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. On play action, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is Tony Pollard. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Prescott. He's got Ezekiel Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
On the return, it's Taylor. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. On the return, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dorrance Armstrong able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off on Rashawn Wright. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll run with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run left with Pollard. They juked him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He'll get a 1st down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football,
Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. It's Elliott. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And down to the 11.
Well, I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara there to make the grab. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. CD, fourth quarter, you're still above 3 minutes remaining, but right now running the football is a pretty good idea to work that clock, right?
It certainly is, because your team is strong right now, and you can feel the defense fading a little bit. Their goal, continue to run it this effectively, call victory formation as the clock winds down, and end the ball game and move on to the next opponent.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try to throw down. Prescott. Wide open. Amari Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Today they outline what we know and say there is much more to learn. We have discovered our first.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
The first U.S. case of COVID linked to the Omicron variant.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
The person recently traveled to South Africa and developed symptoms upon their return.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
The person returned on November 22nd and tested positive on the 29th. Dr. Cole
now Prescott.
stayed isolated and is now recovered.
And he can't get him thrown away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Officials say the best advice now, Omicron is here, is to stay the course.
At this time, we do not anticipate changing any of our orders or changing any current restrictions.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? right, put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And that will be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving it nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
As many people as possible. Scientists are feverishly trying to understand
a 20th carry here for Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them. Exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go all the way by.
It could be a house call.
Medication can be administered in the comfort of the patient's home, can be given as a prescription and picked up in pharmacies. How does this drug stack up against the
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The CDC is now expanding its surveillance to 4 of the busiest airports in the country. We look JFK.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides the ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.
The Omicron variant pose downside risks to the employment and economic activity and increased uncertainty for inflation. Concerns are growing about the effectiveness.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.
We have to get ready for the next one. And Moderna CEO warned today he expects a material drop in existing vaccines protection against Omicron.
Well, late today, Pfizer applied for the first emergency use authorization of COVID boosters for 16 and 17-year-olds. There's no timeline on when the FDA could act. Also late today, a federal judge issued a preliminary injunction halting the start of President Biden's national vaccine mandate for healthcare workers, which was set to take effect next week. Lester.
Okay, back to Merck's pill that an FDA advisory panel recommended for approval. What happens now?
Well, Lester, it will now go before the full FDA in the coming days. Now, the advisory panel's vote